Hi guys, so today I am doing the beginning of the year book tag. This is my first sit down YouTube video that I'm filming, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I hope the lighting's good. My eyes are watering for some reason. But I am doing this book tag that Larry Reeds did, and I don't know, I felt like it would be a good way to get into the booktube area. I don't know. I hope the lighting's okay because I didn't opt for my separate light because it was like way too bright, and I have glasses, so everything's like a glare and I just didn't feel like dealing with it. But I'm going to try my best to answer these questions to the best of my ability. I have a stack of books here in preparation for these questions. So yeah. So the first question, a part of this book tag, is how many books are you planning on reading in 2025? Now, I set my Goodreads goal to 70 this year. I read 58 last year, and I've wanted to up it a little bit. I was originally gonna do like 65, but I was like, no, let's just do 70. So 70 is going to be my goal, for this year. So question number 2 is a book you're likely to reread this year. Now this might be everyone's answer because I feel like this book series has just such good readability, but it is going to be Throne of Glass. Something about it, I think I'm gonna reread this and ACOTAR or one or the other, but I really want to reread Throne of Glass, like from a different perspective now that like I've read the whole series. I just want to try it. Like, I don't know, like well, I've already tried it, but I want to try it again, and I'm collecting the out of print covers. Look how stunning this one is. But I really want to reread this series. I don't know if I'll do it, but like I want to do my ACOTAR reread around the summer, but I don't know if I'll do this. I don't know when I'll do this. But yeah, I really want to reread the series like so bad. This question is, what is a priority read on your 2025 TBR? Now I have quite a few. I have a TBR cart next to me, but a series I've been kept trying to go back to and I just haven't gone through with it yet is going to be the Magnolia Park series. I have read Magnolia Parks, loved it, named my cat after Magnolia, but this is the Daisy Hates, the second book in the series. I've heard you're either a Daisy or a Magnolia girl. I don't know what I'll be because I don't really know what this book's about, quite frankly. I just know it's Daisy and like Julian, Julian is her brother and Christian's like in love with Magnolia. I don't know. But I did read it like a little bit, but I didn't like get very far. Like I have some highlights in here. I didn't get very far. But I do want to reread this, or I want to read this as soon as possible because I do want to get into the series and see what everyone's crying over, because I liked Magnolia Parks, but I didn't like fully sob. Like I just got angry at the end, like if you know, you know. But I do want to read this as well. What is an author you won't be reading more books from this year? Honestly, I don't really have any off the top of my head. Like the obvious one is like Sarah J Maas because she's not publishing anything this year. But like I've never really hated an author that much. I don't know. So the fifth question of the tag is, what is something new you want to read, new genres or new tropes? So a new genre that I want to read, well, it's kind of new, kind of not, is thrillers or like mysteries or like, you know, that kind of stuff. This is a YA thriller. I think it's The Naturals. This is a Criminal Minds kind of esque book. I really love Criminal Minds. If you know anything about me and Spencer Reed are like this. I love Criminal Minds, and I've heard this is very similar, but like make it like YA and like teenagers and stuff. I have never really read anything like this. I want to, but I just haven't. I usually read like fantasy or romance. Like that's like my two genres. We like stick together. But I do want to get into thrillers. I do want to read a couple Freedom McFadden books, see what that hype's all about. So definitely want to read more thrillers, mysteries. Maybe we'll try some horror. I don't know. I'm a little scared of horror, but maybe I'll try it. Who knows? So number 6 is, what is a popular book that you want to read? Now, I have not read this yet. I got this series for Christmas. I have been extremely interested in this series. Everyone loves Aaron Warner for some reason. Don't know, but I've heard this is a dystopian book, and I've heard it's amazing, and I have the entire series minus novellas, so I do want to get into this. I have it on my TBR cart waiting for the time that I get to pick it for my TBR, but I'm like kind of scared because like I don't want to be disappointed, but I feel like I'm gonna love it because it's a YA like dystopian like fantasy-esque book, so we'll see what this is about. The 7th question is, what is the most anticipated 2025 book release? Oh my god, there's so many. Of course, we have Fearless by Lauren Roberts. That's something I'm waiting for. Onyx Storm comes out literally tomorrow, but this will be up before then or after that. Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. I haven't read any of her books, but I've heard they're really good. Scythe and Sparrow from Bran Weaver. Really want to get into that. Same with Rachel Gillig. She's coming out with Night and the Moth. It's a fantasy book. And then I think Stephanie Garber's coming out with an adult fantasy. Chloe Gong's coming out with a dystopian YA book, I think. And then, I don't know if that's this year or not. Then we have Anna Huang. I think she's coming out with King of Envy sometime this year. Just a bunch. There's a ton of books I'm excited for. Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. How did I forget that? That's like one of my favorite authors of all time. Yeah, Deep End by Ali Hazelwood is definitely at the top of my release that I'm excited for. Next question is number 8 and is a bookish goal for 2025. I would say start my book too, but I'm kind of doing that right now. But I do want to do some book cosplays. If you know me, like personally, I am a cosplayer for like video games, anime, stuff like that. Like I'm packing for MagFest as we speak. I do that on my personal account, but I do want to do some bookish cosplays. That's something I want to do. Yeah, I also want to use my library more. I feel like I have a library card. I've gotten like I've a couple on like holds right now, but they haven't gotten released yet. Besides I think Done and Dusted. But yeah, so I definitely do wanna use my library more for sure. Ninth question is a book that's been on your TBR you probably won't ever read. Now I would love to read this, I guess, author, but I'm terrified. I'm gonna be really frank with you. It is Brandon Sanderson. This is a Skyward because it's the only Brandon Sanderson book I have. It's the first book in his young adult like series, I'm pretty sure. I want to read it so bad. Like, it doesn't look scary. Like, his YA books don't look really scary, but just something about this universe, like, or I don't know if this is connected. I don't know what the like reading order is per se, but I want to read that author so bad, and it terrifies me greatly just how intricate everything is. And I don't know when I'll get to it. Maybe this year, maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see, but I do want to read a lot of Brandon Sanderson books either this year or next year. Number 10 is a series you want to read this year. Now, my Shadowmere, which I already talked about, Magnolia Parks, all that stuff. There is Lightlark. Lightlark is a YA fantasy with trials and stuff, kind of like Powerless-esque. Maybe a little Hunger Games, I don't know. I've had this book for a while. I have Skyshade as well. I bought like basically all 3 books in the collector's edition I got for Christmas. I want to read this series so bad. I feel like it's something that I'd really love, and I just haven't gotten into it. But yeah, definitely want to read Lightlark for sure. What are my auto-buy authors going into 2025? My auto-buy authors are going to be very easy to spot. So we've got Ali Hazelwood. Excuse me. We've got Sarah J. Maas. We've got Carissa Broadbent. We've got... which, speaking of, I forgot to mention that the 4th book in the Crowns on Axia series comes out this year as well, so I'm very excited for that. Rebecca Yarros, of course, but she only has Onyx Storm coming out. Lynn Painter, generally becoming an auto-buy author for me. Ali Hazelwood, 100%. Hannah Grace, whenever she comes out with the 4th book in the Maple Hill series, whoever it's going to be about, I want it so bad. But yeah, those are going to be my auto-buy authors. Also Anne Huang, I'm pretty sure. But most of her books aren't Kindle Limited, so I think only buy the ones that are the cover I don't like on Kindle. The next question is, what is a book to show adaptation you're excited about this year? I don't know what's coming out like this year, but something I'm very excited about to see is going to be the Twisted series by Anna Huang. I only read the 1st book and I enjoyed it. It was fun. I also know Lightlark's getting a show or a movie. I do want to read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and watch the show. Pretty sure that's done at this point though. Six of Crows, same thing. Shadow and Bone. I don't know if Six of Crows is getting something. I know Shadow and Bone has it. I don't know what's... I know she has like a bunch of those. There's going to be a 4th Wing series. I want to read that. Hello, watch that. Oh, and then there's an Emily Henry movie coming out. I think I want to watch it. I haven't read... I think it's People with Me on Vacation. I haven't read the book yet. But I have it. I'm borrowing it from my friend, so I'll get to that eventually. But those are going to be, like, ones I know that are, like, coming out. Next is a sequel that I'm anticipating. So, of course, I've talked about Fearless. I've talked about, excuse me, King of Envy. I've talked about Onyx Storm. Carissa Broadbent's, I forgot the name of the name of the book. Elsie Silver. I have to get into Wild Love and all that series, but I'm very excited for that. Alex Astor, I know she's coming out with another book in the Light Lark series, and there's like 2 more. I'll probably remember stuff after this and like be like so upset that I didn't mention it, but yeah, definitely those for sure. Number 14 is bookish things you're leaving in 2024. 1, being scared of dog romance because it's a book and I want to read a lot of them. 2, judging other people for what books they like. I never did, but I feel like we should leave that in the past. 3, thirsting over random men that read books on TikTok. They're not real. I don't, but I know people do. And then also I'm trying to replace most of my screen time with reading, so do want to do that for sure. Number 15 is what to expect from this account. Now you're gonna get a lot of vlogs, a lot of book content. I'm gonna try branching out to like my own personal life, maybe some gaming, maybe some cosplay stuff, like I said, books, vlog stuff, excuse me. But yeah, I definitely want to get into those things on this account. Number 16 is how has your reading taste evolved from last year? Now, last year I fully dived back into my reading. Like, I read a little bit in 2023, but nothing as close to what I read last year. So something that changed that I've noticed about my reading is I've definitely tried to branch out to new authors a lot more. Like, I tried to stay to stuff I knew. Like, I didn't branch out to like new authors, indie authors, all that. I just kind of stuck to what I knew. But I definitely have gotten a chance to get into more indie authors and maybe books that don't have as much hype around them. And you know, reading those. So that's definitely something that's evolved the most that I've noticed off from my reading taste. Number 17 is booktube creators who inspire you. So we've got Sarah Corelli, she's a New Jersey girl. I love her. Emmy Rossum, she's from Edinburgh. She does like mostly fantasy reads. Ellen Catherine, I love her. I will watch her videos every single day of my life. Larry Reads, of course, she made this tag. Love that. And a couple of my friends on Instagram that make some book content. Yeah, those are just some of the few that I can name off the top of my head, but there's so many that like inspire me every day that make me so happy to be able to do this, you know, and try it. 18 is the last one, is something you want to say to anyone wanting to start a bookish account. Now, honestly, this is going to be very stereotypical, but it's just do it. I was so scared. I talked to my boyfriend about this a million times. I was like, I'm so scared. Like, what if someone judges me? Like, what if someone from my real life finds it? Like, what is that all about? And honestly, it was kind of like just being like, it's who you are. Like, if you want to do that, who cares? Like, my philosophy is that as long as I'm, you know, focusing on my schoolwork still and my actual job that pays me to like live and buy books, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do in that free time, because content creating is just it's such a great way to get your creative urges out. Like, if you're not someone who wants to draw or anything like that, you just kind of want to like film something and like edit, like it's very fun. I love to edit. So that's definitely, you know, just do it. Like, who cares? Who cares? Because the only thing you're doing is hurting yourself and hindering yourself to further grow, maybe as a person, as a video editor, as someone that's more comfortable talking in front of people or in front of a camera. This is so weird, talking in front of a camera. But yeah, it's definitely just do it. Just make the account and just post whatever you want. Don't try to be like everyone else. Just post what you want. And you can get inspiration from other people, but just try to stay true to what you like and what you enjoy watching, and you'll find yourself enjoying a lot of it. So that would be my top advice for anyone who's trying to start any kind of bookish account. And that is the end of the book tag. It is 12:27, so I have to get ready for work soon. Speaking of. But yeah, I'm so happy I got to film this. I am also in the process of filming a vlog right now. My camera's dying though, so I have to charge it before I go to work. Yeah, we got the Onyx Storm release party today. Very excited. I'm gonna go be with my friend Shay. You'll probably see her in the vlog. And I'm probably gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna hope so. My friend's bailing on me though, which is kind of infuriating. But I have some packing to do for MagFest. But yeah, this is gonna be this week's video whenever this goes up. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys have a wonderful year of reading. If I never see you again, if I see you again, hey. But yeah, I'm going to put all the links to my social medias down below, you know, like everyone does. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and yeah.